welcome to Dirt Sheet Mania's prediction show. I am, as always, your chief of wrestling, Craig Anderson. Alongside, in Alfresco Town, it's your director of creativity. It's Kieran Smith. Hi, Kieran.
It's me. It's that Kieran Smith.
How you doing,
I don't know
bro?
how that works. You also forgot that it's not just a prediction show, it's the Summerslam prediction show.
And because it is SummerSlam, me and Kieran, we're bringing old Alfresco, which is it French for patio?
I don't have a clue.
That's a guess. I think it is.
All I know is Le Petit Déjeuner is breakfast.
And
puis-je aller aux toilettes, s'il vous plaît?
Can I go to the toilet,
Can I go
please?
to the toilet, please?
And
That was my most important phrase I learned in French at school.
being a swimming teacher, I know what swimming pool is in French. La piscine.
Le Piscine.
Because it was a pretty funny word, not because I was a swimming teacher.
Okay, sweet.
Boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Dirt Sheet Mania. Me and Kieran actually haven't seen each other for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, but a lot of work's been getting in the way, right? So,
Work.
you know.
You've been to Paris.
I went to Paris.
Hence the French lingo.
Yeah.
Work's been in the way. I've been doing long days in the summer holidays. Kieran's been doing long days. We've still churned out a couple of podcasts, though. We haven't just completely neglected all our duties of directing and chiefing. So, but we're here. We're back doing a video. We're outside. It's gorgeous. We thought, why not? So before it gets too dark, let's crack on with the SummerSlam.
We're gonna roll with these a little bit quicker, I think, because 13 matches and a song.
There are 13 matches and a song, so it's basically 14 main segments that SummerSlam will have this year. From what we can tell, it's going to be a 2-hour pre-show. The only reason we know, we have a feeling of that because even without looking at official start times, there's 3 matches on the kickoff. So we're outside. So you might hear a plane, you might hear some people playing, you might hear some random kids. But you know what? We're going to enjoy this. We've got with the world title. We've got the Bludgeon Brothers. Actually, that's Jamie. He likes the bushes. Bless him, doesn't he?
Jamie likes Bush.
He likes Bush. Jamie
That's why I voted
likes
for him in the year 2000.
Bush. Terrific.
Yeah.
Kickoff. First match on the kickoff show. Unfortunately, the Raw Tag Team title match is on the kickoff show, which basically shows you where they rank that and where they rank the SmackDown Tag Team title match.
I think the B team have done quite well though with the titles. I mean, they picked up sneaky little victories and sort of things like that. But
absolutely.
So is it? Sorry. What's the actual match? Is it the B team? Is it triple threat?
No, it's the B team.
It's the B team versus the Revival.
Versus the Revival.
Right. Sweet. So,
and to be fair, rightly so, the Revival finally get a shot at those tag team titles. Who are you going for? You go. Okay. With regards to picks, you pick the first match, then I'll pick the second match.
Sweet. Okay.
Well, to go first.
I'm going to go for a B team victory. I think. Yeah, I think I'll go for B team. I'd love the Revival to have it, but I think the B team pick up another quick.
I actually think the Revival will win. I don't want to use the term. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to use it. Transitional champions.
Yeah.
But I do think the B team were that. I don't know whether they regretted their decision to put the titles on Matt and Bray, or whether it was always a short-term fix. But the way that the B team, obviously, you can see the way they obviously valued this match compared to the others, where it's not even on the main card. So I'm going to go for the Rival, and I think the Raw Tag Team titles can only go up because you've got the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
And I think they're the other ones that are going to start coming at these titles.
Personally, for me, I think the Revival need to win the tag titles off someone big.
Desperately.
Or someone big. That's why I think the B team.
They can retain it off someone big.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt they could.
I think if they won it off Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, that would have been better for them than winning it off the B team. But so I'm going for B team. You're going for the Revival.
Indeed. Next match we've got on the kickoff show is mixed tag team action. Nice to see. It is Rusev and his wife Lana, Rusev Day, Lana Day, and they will be going against the mixed team of Andrade Cien Almas and Selena Vega. Now,
from WWE Championship match to kickoff show.
Yeah, that's, fall from grace with a massive thump to earth, and I don't even think him in English, from according to the way SmackDown rolled round, English in a match against Rusev, losing effort, in a match against Almas, beg your pardon, losing effort. I don't like that they've almost chipped them away from each other.
Yeah, but it's a storyline that's progressing on SmackDown. It's a mid-card storyline.
Well, I texted you and said I'm actually looking. I think I texted you saying this. Yeah. I'm actually, even though it's on the kickoff, I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah.
Because I'm invested in a storyline.
And it pads out. You look at SmackDown every week, and we've said that SmackDown just seems more. It just flows better and everything like that. Part of that reason is because you've got a storyline like this, where you've got 4 different people that can intertwine. And you finally got the mixed tag team match. We've had one-on-one matches previously, now a mixed tag team match. So, your pick?
Vega and Almas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's most likely. But I think Rusev needs to win, so I'm going to go for Rusev and Lana. And I think we'll see Lana pinning Vega.
Oh, actually,
so it protects.
I'd put it the other way around. I think Vega would pin Lana, simply because as well. I mean, we haven't amazingly, even though obviously for the most part the call up of Selena Vega and Almas is the package of the team of manager and wrestler. Very old school, female manager. I say old school. Old school would be male manager, male wrestler. But in regards to modern, it's
a valet.
A valet, yes. And she wasn't necessarily called up because we want you to wrestle, but she has been wrestling, and like one of her first, she only had like 2 matches on NXT.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, of course, she's wrestling on house shows. Let's not forget that. But on television-wise, she wrestled very little on NXT, and had already had 2 matches on SmackDown, 1 match on SmackDown.
Yeah, and I want to say as well that Lana's looked better in the ring as well recently as well. Which
everything.
So, so it's a good little mid-card storyline. Kick-off show. It's a bit unfortunate.
Deserves more.
Yeah.
Deserves more. Do you know? And you can sit there and say, "Oh, maybe if it was a Raw pay-per-view or SmackDown pay-per-view, this is SummerSlam. It would have happened anyway."
Yep.
It would have happened anyway. The other match that's going to happen on the Kickoff show is the Cruiserweight Championship match. Now, I'm not going to lie because that's a waste of everyone's time and your guys' time. I don't watch 205 Live. I occasionally, if I'm on YouTube, I will go, "Oh, I'll watch that quick 3-minute video. I'll watch that 2-minute video." I don't watch 205 Live.
There was a match. Was it Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali, or was it?
Was that the one?
No, Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy.
Was that the one that was the hardcore match?
Yeah.
And they had a moonsault off the table?
Yeah.
I watched that match.
There was a match that was really, really good.
It went viral.
And
I watched that match.
I watched that match, yeah. But when they tell you to tune in, unfortunately, there's too much wrestling. We've said it before.
I'm thinking, not serenaded.
Saturated. Saturated. Sorry. There you go. Yeah.
A saturated market just within WWE.
Yeah.
This isn't even including Ring of Honor, who are huge.
We haven't even got the UK show on the network yet. And think how bad it'll be then.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, because this is on demand, which is again the best way to for it, just like a Netflix or an Amazon Prime. You can obviously pick and choose. You don't have to watch it live like Raw or SmackDown. And then if you don't see it then, if you don't like put it on your Skybox or whatever, you miss it, and you have to make it up on finding it elsewhere or on YouTube or on the network on the WWE website. But it is overly saturated.
Yeah,
no question.
So in terms of this match, I think we see. I think Cedric retains.
I'm going to say Cedric as well.
I'd love to see Drew Gulak win. But
he has been. I mean, okay, Cedric has as well, but Drew as well has pretty much been a main guy campaigning for no aerial assaults and no flips and stuff. He has been there since day one, and it would be great for him to have a run as cruiserweight.
Yeah,
champion.
it would be. But I think this. I think they want to keep the championship on the top baby face of the brand, where Cedric goes from there. Leo Rush is now on the roster.
Yeah,
so
as a heel as well, from what I've seen.
They're doing things. They're trying to establish it. My opinion still of 205 Live. Take it back to Full Sail, and then you got it. And then I think you'll see a better brand.
You've said that once the cows come home, but again, I have to agree with him. So just a very quick snippet. Enzo Amore is retired from wrestling.
Yeah, good.
Shame.
That, mate.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Real talent.
And that was my middle finger. I just put up to the camera too.
Was that the Thor?
It was just a middle finger to Enzo.
Oh, was it middle finger?
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. What kind man?
Yeah.
Elias will perform a song at SummerSlam. It says it on the WWE's official website. Elias to perform his greatest song at SummerSlam. So.
If you smell, is it too? It's too obvious. It's not going to happen.
Someone has to. Someone will interrupt him. Do you know who it should be? Like
Jeff Jarrett,
Jason Jordan.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it's kind of.
Braun Strowman.
No, he's too busy. Braun is very busy. Yeah. In actual fact, we'll get to him later. Big predictions for my part on what's going to happen in the main event.
So nothing's going to happen. So who's going to win this contest between Elias and the song?
The guitar.
I think Elias won't even get the song in.
He might refuse to play again, and then someone will interrupt him. I mean, The Rock.
He'll do some
Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold.
It's in New York.
It's SummerSlam.
And they about Frank Sinatra or something like that.
They need to treat SummerSlam. And I feel like in the last few years, SummerSlam hasn't been treated like the number 2 pay-per-view. Like, it genuinely doesn't feel like it's the second biggest pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah, I mean, Royal Rumble's a Royal Rumble. Survivor Series is the only time of year that Raw and SmackDown face each other in one-on-one
You
competition.
are not going to let that one go.
So SummerSlam should be, and I think they will treat it. I think it's going. They want to try and move it to a baseball stadium for next year. I think they're not.
I know they're kind of.
So they want a bigger stadium for it, which would be good for SummerSlam in terms of the actual event.
SummerSlam don't get me wrong, I'm going to New York next year. I'm going to be there around WrestleMania. I'm going to try and get tickets to WrestleMania. Everything. If I don't get tickets to WrestleMania, I can go to the Raw or the SmackDown or the NXT. It's all in the same sort of perimeter. That's great, but I think, and it works for New York, it works for New Jersey, it works for Brooklyn, it works for that kind of area. I do think it needs to kind of just go off of places. Yeah, mainly London.
Yeah, well, that would be nice. I mean, it was in LA for 3-4 years before they moved to New York.
Is that Cow Palace?
No, Staples Center.
Staples Center, sorry, yes.
And
Where's Cow Palace?
Been in New York now for 4 years. This will be the 4th year. Moving it next year. We'd love a SummerSlam. We'd love a Mania, but
we would accept a SummerSlam very like 92. Like
2017 would have been like the 25th anniversary. Oh no, was that the 15th? It's the 25th.
Don't count the anniversary as the same time.
It would have been the 25th anniversary of the 92.
WrestleMania 30 isn't the 30th anniversary. It's the
20th. So anyway,
that was Elias. We've just rambled on longer than the match.
Yeah.
SmackDown Tag Team Championship match now. The Bludgeon Brothers facing the New Day. New Day challenging. If the New Day win, they become, do it with me, 5-time WCW.
And now me and Craig will attempt a spinneroonie
outside
on some wooden decking.
Oh, that doesn't look full of your dog's poo.
Yeah.
Bailey's a big. But he has a dog called Bailey. So if we do see Bailey. Don't get
no relation.
No relation to
Sasha. Doesn't come round and beat her.
Do you know what? You should have renamed your little dog Sasha.
Yeah,
that would have been
such a rubbish name.
But we're not. It doesn't matter.
No.
Sasha and Bailey.
No.
You could have gotten Dr. Shelby. You could have gotten Dr. Shelby.
Could have done. Shelby would be a great dog. Anyway, we're moving on to SmackDown tag titles, and you're picking. So
I am picking first. Oh, I just don't think the Bludgeon Brothers have. They're different, right? And I know. Wrestling people, internet, will say they've not done so hot, and there are the Bar, the New Day, the Usos, the Club, which are no more apparently. That's a different story altogether. I've heard. There are, despite the fact doing something with AJ on SmackDown, there's so many different tag teams on SmackDown, and arguably tag teams that would potentially carry the tag team division a little better. However, what it does show is that if you have someone that needs a little lift and you put the titles on them, then that brings everybody else up a bit, surely.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's not an easy decision, and every part of me is saying New Day, but I'm gonna go Bludgeon Brothers, and I'm kind of scared.
I'm gonna go Bludgeon Brothers just based.
Oh, you are as well.
Yeah, just based on the fact that at some point New Day are gonna split up. Whether that be in a year, 2 years, or whether that be at SummerSlam.
Since before Money in the Bank, you had it. You got that wonderfully, beautifully scripted storyline in my head, and now I cannot get it out of my head. And now, whenever they do, it just won't be as good. And if they make it good, then fair play. Yeah. But
I just think at some point that these will need to split up. But SmackDown is.
Here's a little thing I realised from watching SmackDown that I didn't notice. If you guys saw it as well, pop it in the comment. What is the finish of the New Day tag team?
Did it have one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it the midnight hour? No, that's the...
It's not called... No, you're right. It's not called that anymore.
No.
Because Tom Phillips called it on SmackDown. You know what it's called now? Oh. It's called the Up, Up, Down, Down.
And... Gotta get those plugs in.
Well, I mean, if there's ever a reason to be like, why is our tag team name called after your YouTube channel? If there's ever a reason to start
that'd almost be the same.
A little.
Yeah, I mean, how would they play that on camera on Up, Up, Down, Down?
You'd have to not have Big Wool or
whatever's Kofi's
name.
I can't remember.
But you couldn't have them on for a bit.
I'd love to be able to do a Battle of the Brands thing between me and you. Have you seen Battle of the Brands on Up, Up, Down, Down?
Oh.
SmackDown versus Raw 2006. I think.
Yes. Oh, it's so. And the fact that Breeze is now on Raw.
Yeah.
That is so much fun. Can we? Oh,
maybe. We'll talk about it. It's copy.
I would. And he can get away with that.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. It looks so much fun as well.
Yeah. So
both saying Bludgeon, and I'm actually surprised both of us went Bludgeon. But you know what? Fair enough. Next match, It's Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin.
Constable
Baron Corbin. Constable. He's made of a stable full of constables.
Yeah.
Finn Balor. I know it's your pick first, but fuck it.
Do you know what? No,
Don't.
I'll go Finn Balor.
Please. I mean, I'll never want you to actually say the same one as me, because then I actually might get a point, because I need to catch up a little bit. I'm a few points behind.
Have you actually totted the totals up?
Not yet.
Yeah, what's that, mate?
I need a Sunday to do that.
A Sunday? You've had plenty of them.
That's quite true. Yeah, we're both saying Finn Balor. I love Corbin as something different. I think he's great. I do think he plays off Kurt quite well. He definitely has that. You need that foil for the GM. I think on SmackDown they are missing. They're not missing much, because the show is great, but they are missing a little bit in the I can rub you off this way, and I can okay, not rub you.
Why would
no,
you
well,
rub off Mr. Baron Corbin.
And you said rub you up then, which isn't exactly even much better. You need someone to play off, and Paige doesn't have that. Even though if she did, Shane's a babyface as well. And
I think Paige has it in terms of absolution in some ways, but that's only just re-established. But look, Finn Balor.
Let's just get on with
on
it.
to the next match.
Yeah. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy, United States Championship match. The Legend Killer, the Viper Unmentioned, Master Randy Orton.
I thought it'd be added to this match, and he still very well might.
Seeing as we haven't had a show for a couple of weeks, I want to just throw this question out there before. I guess next. Yeah, I guess next, because I kind of commended your Finn Balor pick. Is Randy and Nakamura together, or are we not quite sure?
I think they're not, but because heels are naturally aligned with each other, as faces are mostly aligned with each other.
Classic case in point is Finn Balor and Seth Rollins on
Raw. I think they're not. Like I said, Randy Orton getting added to this match, I think, is a possibility.
Yes.
There's obviously, I don't know if you've seen the news stories about this unfortunate thing that he likes to do to certain people when he shakes their hands. It's been making the rounds on the internet.
Randy?
Yeah.
Do tell.
Touching his balls and then getting people to shake his hand.
Ooh.
It's a very jock thing, shall we say.
Yeah, a little bit.
Obviously unprofessional, but this apparently dates back to 2012. WWE are apparently looking into these accusations.
This is Randy?
This is Randy. So whether he's not been added to this match because of this, I don't know. Randy's been very good since returning. I've loved this new heel persona.
Very good.
I thought the dog was coming.
I'm literally just. Well, I'm looking at you because you're talking, so I'm being polite.
Look at my beautiful face.
It's quite pretty.
So yeah, I think. So I'm gonna go for Shinsuke win. I'm gonna go Shinsuke because I didn't pick Shinsuke for the whole WWE title matches he had. So I'm gonna go Shinsuke.
I'm gonna go Shinsuke Nakamura as well. But there's something nagging in my head about disqualifications. And I'm just not sure if it's going to be maybe a double DQ. If Randy does get involved. And I know WWE a very hot period, especially since Hulk Hogan, where if you've done something wrong in the past, you still get pulled up for it. Like, just because you've done it bad then and no one pulled you up on it then, doesn't mean you then instantly get away with it in the future. And I guess rightly so. You have to be reprimanded for your actions. But I don't know how they can keep him off SummerSlam. I don't know if you guys think Randy will show up in some capacity. I would have liked maybe a special referee, but he's going to just screw Jeff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say Nakamura, and if Randy gets involved, he gets involved. Okay? So, we'll move on to a match that I've been looking forward to tremendously for about 18 months, maybe 2 years. And that's Daniel Bryan versus The Miz.
4 years, 8 years, 8 years.
Well, if we go back to
on SmackDown, didn't they? So.
If we go back to NXT, when Bryan was the rookie to Miz, and Bryan had been wrestling probably like 4 times longer. Of course, I didn't know that at that time. Yeah. I didn't know who Daniel Bryan was that first season of NXT. Wade Barrett, Darren Young, all those rookies. I didn't know any of them really.
No, but we've been looking forward to this. We've been waiting for this for a while.
What I don't get is that they did this on the tour, on the UK tour, and the house shows. They did Bryan Miz, and
they do a lot of stuff on house shows, don't they? The US title match has been a triple threat on house shows recently as well. So,
yeah, exactly.
Daniel
Bryan versus The Miz on a pay-per-view. I do. There's a little thing The Miz is doing when he's introducing videos on YouTube, and he goes, "Don't forget to see SummerSlam this Sunday live on pay-per-view, free for free subscribers for your 30-day trial. It's going to be a father, a new father, a family man, a man with his own TV show. Everyone, you want to go and see this match, and he's going to be against Daniel Bryan because." Obviously, they're both on different shows.
Yeah,
Mr. and Mrs. Miz and Mrs. Total Bellas, both are new fathers, quite new fathers. Both family men, but you probably associate that more with Brian, not with Miz.
Yeah, because you associate that because he's a baby. Because Brian is the baby face.
Is your go on?
Yeah, is it my pick?
Yeah. Why not?
So Daniel Bryan has just been announced to have a showcase mode in WWE 2K19.
He's staying.
He's staying. His contract is signed.
Is he? We haven't been told that.
No, but I reckon it is.
There wouldn't be a showcase mode. There couldn't be.
He might just turn up for All In and then just sign a contract.
He can't because his deal ends up on the day.
They might just have a little side deal.
Well,
I'm going to go for The Miz in a screwy fashion somehow. Someone gets involved.
Maurice is back?
Maybe. I don't know.
Brie and Maurice?
Maybe, yeah.
Or is that too copy from the first kickoff match?
Potentially, but this isn't going to be a one and done. So
no. I could see them having.
I think.
Do you know what? I depending on Brian's health, I can see them having Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
Because Hell in a Cell's not far away. Is that SmackDown pay-per-view?
It's the next one. It's all dual branded now, Craig.
Oh.
Well done, mate. Keep the program.
You shouldn't have. Yeah, you know what? You should. I don't watch wrestling. I don't even know what I'm on about. I want to see them in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
So I think there needs to be another match. I think Miz wins too.
Yeah.
It's if Brian wins, you kind of think, where does Miz go from here? But
yeah, this storyline means more. Miz has got a lot of upper hand mostly, and which usually means that Brian will win. But I just think Miz will end up winning in a screwy fashion. That keeps Brian on his toes. He needs to change his plan and whatever he needs to do to get to Miz, and then
I agree.
He beats the Miz
in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
How good would that be?
And you'll probably see Daniel Bryan as the captain of Team SmackDown at Survivor Series, and the Miz is on that team.
And he misses
and then
Brian.
They continue it that way. Probably even continue that through to the Royal Rumble, where the Miz probably eliminates Brian. There's one that the Miz wins the Rumble or some crap like that.
And then
Brian, you've got a match at WrestleMania.
And Brian ends up as champion before we get to WrestleMania. Yeah. So Briz.
Brie ends up marrying the Miz.
Miz versus Brian at WrestleMania. Miz as the number one contender and Brian as the WWE champion.
Yeah.
Right, we're done here. Thanks for watching Dirty Mania. That'd be amazing. I'd like that.
Both gone for the Miz.
Both gone for the Miz?
Yup.
This is crazy. SmackDown Women's Championship match. Carmella defending in a triple threat match versus Charlotte and Becky Lynch. Now, I said to you, probably around WrestleMania time, Becky either needs to turn heel or start winning some matches. And
she's won matches.
She's won a lot of matches.
Yeah.
She needed a turn in booking. She needed something to happen, a little bit of a spark. From a completely I'm watching the wrestling show. I don't know anything about anyone. I don't know wrestling's fake. I think it's all real. If I was
fake.
I know, man, that's crazy. If I was completely hook, line and sinkered in, I'd be like, Charlotte does not deserve to be in this match.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like, okay, I love her pedigree. I like the fact, she's probably she probably will go down as the best women's wrestler of all time.
Yeah,
at least at this stage, in my opinion, of her career. She does not deserve to be in this match though, because she has been back for 10 minutes, beat the champ, and then she's in. Whereas Becky has had to go through like pretty much every single woman on the roster and beat the champ, and then goes in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So who's your pick?
Charlotte.
You're going for Charlotte?
I don't know. I have to go first.
Yeah. I completely lost where we are. If you're picking first, I'm just going to make you.
I'm going to go first. It's fine. I don't think I've been first for a couple actually. This is a real toughie because you can actually see results of all. You can actually see endings of all three of them winning this match. Because it's a triple threat match. Keep in mind it's no disqualification. I don't know if James Ellsworth will get involved. He's doing a lot of hashtag rehire Ellsworth on Twitter. Whether that's just him doing it because he's getting himself over, which I do the same if I'm in his shoes.
Yeah.
Carmella's been champion since just after WrestleMania. 5 months? 4 months? April, May, June, July, or 4 months.
Yeah.
It's a good reign for someone that we didn't think would have it for very long.
Yeah.
Asuka's not even on the card. She's injured, I think.
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
Oh, I can't think. I'm gonna pick. It's going to be Becky Lynch.
I'm going for Carmella to win.
Yeah.
Carmella to win because Becky and Charlotte are just basically beating the living hell with each other because Becky snapped or something like that. Because I think the friendship's gonna not dissolve, but the friendship's
they're gonna have.
It's going to stop.
The thing is,
not, it's the friendship's going to get in way of this, and in the way of their dreams and their hopes and everything like that. So I think that ends up costing both of them, and then Carmella ends up getting a schoolgirl pin or whatever, a
roll up. The difference, a roll up is probably the word you were looking for. Very good, Kieran. He's looking for a schoolgirl. If anyone knows,
victory roll.
There we go.
I love rolls.
I like you do, mate. Look, what I can see in this match, and Becky and Charlotte's relationship, if you're thinking, oh, Becky and Charlotte are just doing what they did to Sasha and Bailey on Raw, it's quite even, it's the same copy. It's just
who's that guy?
I don't know. He's quite this posh guy I tap into it. I need to just talk like a douchebag.
I'm Craig Anderson.
Oh, I went to the high grammar school in
Eton, yeah.
Oh, jolly good Windsor, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my dad's a rower.
That suits you, sir.
Oh, suits you, sir. I worked at the Link when they had that advert on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suits you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Up your Viva.
Dilly. It's completely different, Sasha and Bailey to Becky and Charlotte, because Sasha and Bailey hated each other and now they loved each other, and now I'm confused. They're confused. We're all confused. Becky and Charlotte are the tea club, the tea whatever, the tea parties, and they know when they have to wrestle each other, they're going to kick 7 shades. But then they know that already. They're not deluded. Becky said it on SmackDown. She knows that she's going to have to kick the crap out of Charlotte. Yeah. She knows it, and Charlotte's like, cool. Because I do the same.
Yep. The police are coming, Craig. The police are coming.
The police... Can you hear the siren? The fashion police are here!
Right, so I went Carmella, you went Becky. So.
Yeah, I regret it
Next
already.
match.
I regret it already, to be honest. I'm just trying to think if we can do another one before that. Let's do it in order. Let's have Dolph Ziggler with Drew Galloway. No, Drew McIntyre. I do that every time.
Drew McIntyre, Craig.
McIntyre. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre... with Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins and the returning Kieran. I'm so happy. The return of Dean Ambrose on Monday Night Raw. He looks so good. He looks scary.
Did. Yeah. It's okay. I'm gonna make this one quick. Is it too obvious that Dean's gonna turn on Seth here? Is it too obvious? So that's why I'm going to go for a Dolph win. Dolph keeps the title. And then you get the Dean versus Seth program. Probably in Hell in a Cell again. Even though Seth will be the face and Dean will be the heel.
He might... Okay, so we do have to very, very quickly entertain the fact that he might not turn on him.
Yeah.
Okay, he's back. We don't know... Dean might... Okay,
Will they get a Shield reunion? Because the previous Shield reunion didn't work.
There was never a match.
It never happened.
Who was it Roman that was out when Kurt wrestled?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did have an instance where Seth... Because what would have been a great storyline is if that was Dean that was out, Dean could have been genuinely pissed at Seth and Roman for continuing the Shield without him. So that would have been a great little foil, but they can't even do that. Cause he could be pissed at Roman and Seth for, oh, you guys ignored me, you tagged on Raw... You never called me, you let me sit at home, to hell with you two. I thought we were brothers. But I want the run of the Shield, man.
Yeah.
I want it. I don't think he does turn. I think he would have turned. Guys, if you wonder what the scratching is, the bloody cat is here. Oi! Shut up, mate. What is the cat's name again, Tilly?
Tabitha.
Oi, Tabitha.
You're so bad with names.
It begins with a T.
Alright.
Sorry, Kevin.
Simon Benjamin.
Kevin. Kevin. You'd make a...
Samuel Zane.
You'd make a great Kevin.
No, I'm not Kevin. I'm a better Karen.
I want to see the Shield together, and sorry for being a party pooper, but I desperately need the Shield to have at least a few tag team matches. Yeah. Shield New Day. Oh, please. Shield Sanity.
We got Shield New Day. Actually, they actually did have a match, didn't they? That was at Survivor Series. They actually had Shield. That was their only match.
What?
The Shield versus New Day at Survivor Series.
They got it?
Yeah, they actually had a match. They were together for that match.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and then TLC is when they had that weird Kurt Angle thing. Yeah. So I go. Yeah, I went for Dolph Ziggler.
I haven't actually picked, have I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Oh my god, this is too difficult to pick. I'm going to pick Seth because I think he actually has a chance now. Okay. Yeah, Seth.
Cool.
Seth. Because I think if you are going to bring him back in, he needs to win something. But then Dolph can just win it back on Raw, so
Yeah.
Seth, why don't care anymore?
So
I've lost.
we're losing light quite rapidly, I think, Craig. So
We are losing light. Let's crack on with this. I'm going to
on.
skip that match because I'm going to come back to it before that match.
Okay,
Because I need to
cool,
talk about that. Let's talk about that match first, then that match.
Sweet.
Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey. Now, in this match, I very much assume that Nia Jax will be roaming around ringside in some capacity. I very much expect Natalya to be roaming around the ring in some capacity, and I very much expect Mickie James to be roaming around the ring, and potentially Alicia Fox,
Felicia Fox.
Felicia. We are losing light rapidly.
We are. It's very good.
It looks like it might rain, actually.
I've always wanted to get you wet. Moving on.
Fantastic. I'm going to say Ronda. I think it's her time.
I think Ronda wins as well. I would like to have. I think, obviously, Jimmy Anvil, Neidhart passed away.
Can we just also say there's been there's 2 other people passed away in between, as well as Mr. Neidhart. We lost Grandmaster Sexy.
Yeah.
And we lost somebody else last week as well. On the same day that
we did.
And I'm really sorry now because I can't remember who that person was.
That is terrible.
But we've lost. The point is we've lost 3.
Yeah. Quite quick succession.
Very quick. And I thought before this pay-per-view that Natty would turn on Ronda.
Yeah.
Don't know if they'll do that now.
Yes, that's why I think. That's why it's
especially
unfortunate timing, but you can't really say moan about that.
I'm also not entirely sure if they have Dean turn, you can't have Natty turn as well. Especially as they're all on the same goddamn show.
See, Ronda's matches, I'm not saying there's still smoke and mirrors because I think she can handle herself in a match, but there is a very much a scripted element that you can almost tell that there's a scripted plan.
We're led to
believe
that, and you know what? I'm not. This is completely fine. Like plenty of people walk through their matches. I walked through the match I had.
Yeah.
And I had like 3 things to do.
Yeah.
But I had to do it because
1, be a dickhead.
Oh mate, that's well easy. I didn't walk through that. I was as natural.
Yeah.
But I needed to walk through the match. You have to do it. You have to break it down, water it down, make it as straightforward as possible. For someone, and that's just on a small house show in Forest Town in Mansfield. Ronda's doing it in front of millions. So
she is,
I would be walking through it about 1 billion times.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, you couldn't tell. You
couldn't
tell.
You couldn't.
So I'm saying Ronda.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Ronda as well. I think they want to get the belt. With the belt potentially leaving Brock Lesnar, you're losing eyes because of Brock Lesnar. But if you put the belt on Ronda Rousey, you get those eyes back on.
Yeah, I agree. Let's talk about the WWE Championship match between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. I think it's probably my turn. Is it my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
AJ Styles. I think AJ will keep the title.
Oh, you're going to go AJ Styles.
You're going to go Joe? Go on. Have you got the bar?
There was... I went AJ,
and I went Nakamura for months, and he never didn't win a match until
AJ's had a long enough. He just won it before Survivor Series.
Are we in a situation with? Sorry to cut you off. Are we in a situation that AJ is almost getting into that same level as Asuka and Charlotte did, where because they keep beating everyone, who left would there be to defeat them? Who does? If AJ beats Joe, who does AJ face after Joe?
Christopher Daniels. He's facing Stephen Amell at All In, right?
I guess he could face Brian.
Yeah.
Brian. Oh. Yeah, AJ. AJ
but
wins.
I think I'd love to see... I think AJ Bryan's a WrestleMania match. I think Joe Bryan is like a Survivor Series match or just another pay-per-view match.
Because of Bryan, I actually think as long as... Well, we are led to believe Bryan has re-signed, hence he's going to be on 2K19 showcase mode. I really do believe that that AJ will win and Bryan versus AJ will be the WrestleMania match. As I know we've just booked Miz Bryan, but there's so many different avenues now.
I will go for Joe.
You ballsy bastard.
I'm going to go for Samoa Joe. He's needed the title since he's come up to the main roster. It's been stop-start.
Did he win the Intercontinental title?
No.
No. He's literally only won the NXT title, wasn't he?
His career on the main roster has been stop-start, and I think him beating AJ and then being the dominant heel,
didn't he?
Because we're going to assume that on Raw we're going to have a face champion that's actually going to be there for once.
Roman, yeah.
I think having a dominant heel champion as badass as Samoa Joe. is going to be the right thing
It's
for
a lovely
SmackDown going forward.
counterbalance,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
We've had a face since Jinder, since November last year. I think it's time to change.
Joe is a monster.
Yeah.
And like his promos are killer. He's a great in-ring technician.
We'll get Shane McMahon versus Samoa Joe at some point.
Probably. He's different. He looks different. He sounds different. He brings intensity. And what was the one criticism I had about the way they packaged Joe? Do you remember?
Yeah.
He can talk the talk, walks the walk, but they book him to lose.
Yeah.
In all these big matches, he looks like an absolute badass, an absolute killer going in.
Promos are ridiculous.
Even when he faced Brock Lesnar, he was great. Him and Heyman basically carried that feud, let's be honest. It was incredible. Got to the match, nothing. And it happens so many times. Roman, it happened to him against Roman as well.
We know from obviously TNA that AJ and Samoa Joe are going to put on a great match.
Mate, if Christopher Daniels in this match as well, it'd have been 2005 TNA, go watch it. Let's now talk about the... Okay, so that's... I'm saying AJ, you're saying Joe, but again, I'd be really happy if Joe won.
Yeah.
Right, now we're going to talk about the Universal title picture. And it's in 2 matches because... You're thinking, Craig, why is it in 2 matches? Well, Braun Strowman's money in the Monster in the Bank contract is on the line.
Yes.
It's on the line, versus Kevin Owens. And if Owens wins by any means, and that means pinfall, submission, counter or disqualification, he wins the briefcase.
And I think you'll see a lot of play. This will be a lot of Kevin Owens running around, trying not to get hit by Braun.
He will be like a fly.
I think you'll see an Eddie Guerrero thing where he tries and...
I think that'll be the finish.
It potentially.
I think an Eddie Guerrero finish.
Kurt Angle will come out and sort of re-announce the finish. It'll be something like that. So I'm going to pick... And I know what you're probably going to pick, but I'm still going to pick Braun Strowman to win this, and I think Braun still keeps the briefcase. So I just think this is just something that they needed to elevate Kevin back, because Kevin's had a lot of losses. He lost
especially when it's with Sammy.
Yeah,
they lost all the time.
He's lost his job. He's got his job back. And da.
Okay,
so I think Braun keeps it.
Okay,
and
I'll okay. Do you want to say who you think will win the main event as well in this? Because I want to present this as a package.
Okay.
Okay, who and
Brock Lesnar's going to win.
Okay, Brock's going to win.
Brock's going to beat Roman.
Okay, and do you think there'll be a cash in after that? And Braun will beat...
It has to be a cash in.
If
Brock keeps that title, it has to be a cash in.
And Braun will beat... Brock.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I actually think... Because, for a long time, since this all got announced, so probably about 3 weeks, I said to you, Kevin Owens will beat Braun Strowman by, I don't know, count out or disqualify, Eddie Guerrero finish, however you want to shape it up. Roman will win, and then Owens will beat Roman. I now don't think that will happen.
Yeah.
I think that, because for me, the best way, before this match got announced, I said to you, the best way for Kevin Owens, the only way I can see a redemption story for him, even as the heel, getting beaten constantly up by the babyface. Constant, which is weird. It's the other way around normally. The babyface makes a triumphant return, a bit like Daniel Bryan did. The only way I can see this happening now is if Braun wins, Roman wins, Braun tries to cash in, and Kevin costs him. That, for me, is just as... So, for me, I am now kind of changing the way I'm saying it.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't make Roman look very good, and people will still boo Roman, but I think they're going to boo him anyway, so I don't see the point anymore.
The Universal title match will go on last.
Yeah,
it will get booed out. It will get booed out. Especially as it's in New York,
and
especially as it's going to be an international crowd in New York.
As well.
The reason why I think Braun cashes in on Brock is that I think they still. I think in their heads, WWE still has to try and make Roman try and get that positive reaction. He's getting,
but losing again is not going to help that.
He's getting there though. It might be some screwy.
I thought the promo he cut on Raw got a very good reaction.
But that's what he's getting. He's getting good reactions now.
And I tell you what,
now the more and more he gets screwed out of it, the more and more people feel sorry for him. I think more and more people are going to get on his side.
The more and more Brock turns up and acts like a dick, the more people like Roman. Yeah. Okay, so I'm changing the way originally it was like Kevin wins and then Kevin beats Roman after Roman wins. Now I'm saying Braun still wins, but Kevin costs him that title when he wins. So Braun wins, Roman wins, and then Braun tries to cash in. Match starts, Kevin costs him.
Yeah.
That's how I'm saying. That's how, and I know that's kind of like a messy way to finish a pay-per-view. So it's not probably traditionally a Vince McMahon end, but for me that would be what I would want to see.
So that would be, as you're saying, a cash in, another failed cash in. So that'd be the second men's one in a row that's failed.
That doesn't matter. I don't think Vince
No,
McMahon.
you don't think it matters?
I mean, I think because you've got the women's one as well now, and I think that was successful. I just think what Vince McMahon wants, what's going to be, what people are going to be talking about on Monday morning. What will people want to see on Raw? What will be the fallout? Will people want to see Braun destroy Kevin Owens? 100%, even though he's already done it 3 or 4 times. Will people want to see Braun finally win the title? Yes. It does put Roman in an awkward spot. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's SummerSlam. It's Raw. I don't think a lot of it does make sense half the time. Roman should have been a heel months and years ago. He's not. He's still a face. So I think the face keeping the title is probably what they wouldn't be too bothered about.
Maybe in my circumstances where I've got Braun winning the title, that Roman is turning heel. Like, turns heel on Braun.
Maybe.
Braun is the biggest babyface on Raw.
Think about it.
Is.
Could you, if the whole show planned out as we would, you'd have Natty turn on Ronda, Dean turn on Seth, and Heyman turn on Brock, and both of them be heels, but Brock is now a heel turning on a heel to be with it. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
messy. Messy.
Yeah. But look, we're obviously just going on what we think on in terms of individual matches.
What would I like to see at SummerSlam?
We don't predict things over a whole show. We just predict individual matches.
We try and foreshadow, but it's very difficult.
It's a prediction show, isn't it? So. You know.
Exactly. That's the reason why we're sat here on the sofa and it's starting to get a little bit cold, and now we really can't see much. Yeah. And these guys are in America. But guys, thank you very much for this alfresco version of DSM. This has been our SummerSlam prediction show. I have been your Chief of Wrestling, Craig Anderson. He has been the creator of Directivity. Thank you very much. I'll take that.
That's completely
wrong. Try again?
No, it's fine.
Okay, great.
It's fine. We'll next be outside in January for the Royal Rumble, where it'll be snowing.
It probably will be snowing.
Yeah, so we can do the...
Do we do it in shorts?
Definitely. I'm not even wearing shorts, mate. I don't know if they can even see shorts. I'm naked on the bottom half. I'm not. Probably see my legs.
I just looked, actually. It's not pleasant.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you very much for watching this week's Dirt Sheet Mania. We will be attempting to come back with your regularly scheduled audio podcasts. We've had some technical computer issues. He has.
Trying to fix a computer.
If anyone knows a person that can fix a motherboard, please contact Kieran. He needs a hand.
I think I got it.
Kieran, thank you, mate. I'm really happy we're back sat next to each other doing this.
Thank you, Craig.
It's a lot of fun.
I like sitting next to you.
I like sitting next to you too.
I like touching your knee.
Thank you, which he has done throughout the show.
Yep.
I've been your Chief of Wrestling. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye. Touching my knee. Bye.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Come on, England. Oh.
No. Come on, Scotland. No? Okay.
See you later.